What's going on, guys? It's Luke here of SimBoxx, and this is my prediction for the huge grudge match between bitter rivals Amir Khan and Kell Brook. It goes down live on Sky Sports Box Office this weekend. A fight 15 years in the making, one that we've been waiting for, it seems like an eternity, and it finally goes down. Now, in terms of my prediction, it was the same 5 years ago when people had talked about this fight happening when they was at the peaks, as it is now in 2022 when they're both on the slide, with all due respect. Both former world champions, both been in there with great fighters, and with the killers at 160 pounds when they both lost in dramatic fashion to Canelo and Golovkin respectively. Took a lot away from both fighters in those losses, and they're not what they were. But Amir Khan with those fast hands, those fast feet, and Kell Brook with the power and the timing, you know, they're both deteriorating at the same time. So I guess it's a case of who's got the most left at this point. And again, yeah, I stick with Amir Khan. I thought Amir Khan's always had the beating of Kell Brook. He stole the nation's hearts back in 2004 with that run to an Olympic silver medal. And in that time, Kell Brook, although he's forged a career as a world champion and he's been in there with the likes of Errol Spence and he's beat the likes of Sean Porter, you know, he's always been in the shadow of Amir Khan. Again, with all due respect, he's always chased Amir Khan, whereas Amir Khan's gone over to the States, he's conquered America, he's picked up great wins over Maidana and Devin Alexander. And whilst he's also had some brutal knockout defeats, he's shown that he's got the nuts, the cojones to go in there and trade with real bangers and come out on top like he did with Marcos Maidana. That was a long time ago. This is 2022. They're not what they were. And I'm going to go with Amir Khan. I think he's got that little bit more left. Kell Brook looked shot against Bud Crawford. You know, he was knocked out by a jab, and, you know, Crawford's a special fighter, but Brook, you know, he looked very faded in that fight. And again, with all due respect, he's not the fighter he was. Amir Khan, for me, has got slightly more left in the tank. The time away from the ring for both men is going to be pivotal. Amir Khan's been away since 2019, so maybe that plays a part. And I don't say this prediction with my whole heart, you know, it's not something I can sit there and say with my chest, because this fight can play out absolutely any way. There's so many different ways this fight could go. There's so many different determining factors. But if I'm sitting here and I've got to make a prediction, I can't sit on the fence. As and always will be Amir Khan defeating Kell Brook for me, and I think he does this by stoppage. He's not a one-punch concussive knockout artist, we know that, but I think it'll be an accumulation of shots that will see the referee jump in and stop the fight around round 7. Guys, check out SimBoxx across all social media. Hit that subscribe button below, leave your prediction in the comments, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter with your predictions.
Sitting here at SimBoxx for my prediction video for Khan v Brook this weekend. And this is a tough fight to predict, this one, because we don't know how much either man has got left in the tank now. But if I had to say, then I'll go with Khan late stoppage, anywhere between rounds 8 and 10. Brook may be a bit too mentally involved in this one, and the weight may be an issue for him as well down the stretch. So yeah, I think I'll just go with Khan late stoppage, anywhere between rounds 8 and 10.
So bringing to you an all-British class, we have Amir Khan taking on his very, very fierce rival, Kell Brook. This is going to be a tough one. I think Khan actually might go down in this because of his chin, but I think he will rise off the canvas, and I think it's going to be a really close, very, very close fight. I think I'm going to call a split decision for Khan, razor thin. I think he's going to win the later rounds, he's going to take the fight, and I think possibly both might call it a career after this, but Khan by split decision. That is my prediction.